first game you had 9 penalties. Second game you cut that down tremendously. Do you make the team run that week after practice, or do you do any disciplinary things to them?
No, I know they don't do those things intentionally, but they're learning. They're trying to play a different type of brand, a different brand of football, and I think they're getting it. We were able to eliminate some of the penalties, and we were able to eliminate 2 or 3 turnovers we had the first game, and the 1 turnover we had was just poor judgment by John Phillip Douglas, my quarterback.
You're a former running back. I know you like to talk about running the ball, but if throwing is your strength and that's the way you guys are going to win, I'm sure you're okay with that, doing it that way?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know, as long as we win, I don't care how we get it done. Even though I say we want to run the ball, everybody knows we have some of the best receivers in the conference. Mike Berry, being our tight end, is tough for some people to handle. And thanks to Coach Fonches, this young man is eligible. Coach Fonches turned us on to this young man, and I'm just glad. You know, as coaches, we're working hand in hand. Coach Brian Johnson has given us some players with speed and size from the track team. I really like the way everybody's pitching in to turn Southern athletics into a winning program.
Can you win without being balanced? Can you be lopsided in one area and still get it done, you think?
I think we can, as long as those offensive linemen continue to be good in the passing phase of the game. Don't allow our quarterbacks to get sacked. For the most part, keep hits off of them, because our strongest asset offensively is the experience of Dre Joseph and also the receivers that we have.
Coach, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like this Saturday night in Mumford, coming off a big win, Jaguar Nation, Battle of the Bands, all that? Just how cool is it going to be out there?
Well, I really wish it could be like the atmosphere that we had at Jackson State, and I don't know if it will be that type of atmosphere when we went there, because I don't think Jackson State are going to bring as many fans as we took there. And I don't think our fans are going to be giving them the finger like they gave us. But I love them giving us the finger. I mean, it really reminded me of the NFL. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I would not trade that experience to be back in the NFL. But I think that was the only game in which that type of experience existed. And I think that was because the Jaguar Nation went there. And the Jaguar Nation, I hope, will be here. And hopefully Jackson State will bring a few fans as well.
Grambling has always been the rival, but people say this rivalry is the nastiest between the two fans and everything. So you obviously sensed that last year.
Well, I sense great football. I sense football at its highest peak. I've played the other teams, but it has not come to that type of excitement for me, or I think for our players. That's what it was all about. I mean, the adrenaline in the stadium. It was an awesome, awesome game to be a part of.
Coach Jared Green is trying. You can see he's trying. What are you telling him anything at all? I know he dropped the touchdown. He was led a little bit too much in that, but what are you telling him as far as that goes?
He's just got to relax. You know, he's just got to relax and catch the ball. There was an opportunity for him to catch a touchdown in the first quarter, and Dre Joseph just didn't look at it. But he was wide down the middle on a linebacker, and linebackers definitely not going to run with Jared, and most corners aren't going to run with him. So we're going to put him in position to make some things happen. Jared, as you all well know, is the son of Darryl Green, but he's a guy who went to graduated from the University of Virginia and just didn't feel as though he had gotten an opportunity to play. There are going to be some transfers, and I would like to have some of them guys come to Southern, because the thing about it, this football team offensively, our game plan is not about Coach Mitchell. Our game plan is made around our players. I think we have an offensive staff that know enough football where we're not going to get the big head to think it's about us, but it's about the guys that with the talent and what they can do. So we'll find a way to get those guys the ball if they just give us the opportunity to come here.
Coach, on TV, the tendency is to focus on the big plays and the stats, but are there maybe a guy or two on your team that maybe graded out on their line play or did something in the leadership category that maybe to the average person would go unnoticed, but not to the coaching staff?
Well, I think Leo Monza is doing a fantastic job at center, but I think the one guy, most of you all saw the beating he took in the Tennessee State game. Charles Hawkins took a pretty good beating, and he wasn't able to practice most of the week, but he came out, he paid attention, and he had another good game for us against Alabama A&M. And defensively, you know, we have to make decisions around here based on what's best for the university. And Demetric Rogers, I took the young man's scholarship, okay? Didn't take the opportunity away from him to play football at all. He's paying for his own way to go to Southern right now. But he's a guy that I just love simply because he didn't hold grudges against me because I did what I had to do in that situation. And he's playing his butt off, and I just appreciate it.
How important is it to be able to get number 11 on his back a couple of times, particularly early?
I think we'll get him on his back. I think we missed some sacks last year, and the thing about him, he's going to make you pay. You can't afford to miss anything against this guy because he will make you pay. But we'll take a look at that game from last year just to get ticked off. But come Saturday, we'll be ready. Number 11 going to make some plays, no question about that. But I think and I hope at the end we'll make more.
Coach, can you talk about some of your thoughts on Jackson State traveling to your home this year after suffering a loss last year, and how that played into effect this Saturday?
I just don't think Jackson State fans don't travel like ours. It's that plain and simple. They can take me up on that and prove me wrong, because their team gonna need their fans making some noise. Because if they don't, it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be quiet for them. So I hope they travel. I really do. I think you're probably looking at two of the best teams in the SWAC that won't have, at this particular point in time, a chance to play in the championship. So Jackson State fans, Southern fans, this really is a SWAC championship as far as I'm concerned. So everybody need to come out and enjoy it early while they can, and then we both will sit home after Thanksgiving, and hopefully there will be somebody in Birmingham.
Any more questions for Coach Mitchell? Thanks, Coach.
All right.